NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Throwing is Wilson to Mixon on the check down. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 9 carries, 71 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
On first down, gone. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Out of the gun, gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darren Lee picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. This is Freeman on first and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Gone. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards at the midway point. It's a first down. Goff on first down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. Touchdown, LA! Josh Reynolds, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time run the
entering auto flip on Papa Play. I will handle flipping your defensive play to best match defensive formation. If you want to manually flip your defense in the play call screen, you can turn it off now. It will stay off until it is turned back on.
Backfield, down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On second down now, Mixon, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Entering pause screen, resume.
On third down, Wilson. And able to find Green. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 40. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Wilson. Green brings it in. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Third and long, it's Wilson. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that time and change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Third and long. It's gone. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They are going for it. Goff. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. A draw play for Mixon. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On second down, Freeman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Value three.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. Rolling to his right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Oh, he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Goff on first down. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. They go play action here on first down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. Now a first down throw. Gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Gone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing on third. Gone.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Oh, look at the juke. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Joe Mixon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Ross. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop. On 2nd and 9, Goff over the middle. That's hauled in by Kupp. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hold on. Hey, Foxtrot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DJ Reader coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
36.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is going to be Incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Wilson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On 2nd down, Nixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Welcome back now here in London. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Freeman, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, back before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time. They'll give it to Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Another try for Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hey, lift!
Freeman again. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. On to tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Rams, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action